You wanted the best, and you got the best. The hottest band in the world, Kiss. Welcome to my media museum. My name is Will, and today we're going to be looking at my original Kiss CD collection. So, starting out February 18th, 1974, Kiss released their first album, containing some truly classic songs on here. Strutter, Nothing to Lose, Firehouse, Cold Gin, Let Me Know, Kissin' Time, which was the only, not the only, one of very few instrumentals done by the band. There was Escape from the Island on The Elder, but yeah, this was of the early years, it was the only one. Deuce, Love Theme from Kiss, 100,000 Years, and Black Diamond. Yeah, we're talking some really classic tracks there. And we already showed you the back. So looking at the disc itself, you can see most of them are pretty just plain, generic. You get to see me, hello, in the good old reflections there. But yeah, this was a really great album. Love this album. It wasn't when I got into Kiss. I got into Kiss a little bit later, I will admit. I was pretty young in 74. But next up, October 22nd of the same year, yes, they put two albums out in the same year. One in February, one in October. And they brought us Hotter Than Hell. And you can tell that they were really happy with their tour of Japan. Very themed towards that culture, with the artwork and everything here. Then we've got to Choose, Parasite. What a great song from Ace Frehley. He didn't sing it, of course. He didn't sing anything until Love Gun. Not to spoil anything before we get there, but he did write some songs for the band that seemed like mostly Gene sang. But anyways, Going Blind, not one of their stronger songs. Hotter Than Hell, Let Me Go Rock and Roll, All the Way, Watching You, Mainline, Coming Home, and Strange Ways, which is probably one of my all-time favorite Ace Frehley songs. I'm a big Ace fan, if you couldn't tell already. He was definitely my favorite of the four. Ace, Gene, Paul, and Peter. That was the order that I preferred them in. Really cool artwork there, like I said. Kind of themed off of the Japan. And here we got the disc itself, which again is going to be kind of hard to see and a little reflective. Try to get my face out of there, but hard to do when they're just mirror images like that. There's the back of the CD. Very cool. Now, for one, I know there's been some remasters. I did not buy any of the remasters. All mine are the original CDs. For the most part, I don't think the remasters have a lot to offer. I can't say about the sound. I have not heard any of them, so maybe they are spectacular and worth to buy. But with the exception of Destroyer, I don't think any of them contained any bonus materials. But on March 19th of 1975, they released Dressed to Kill, which, again, a very cool album. All three of the first three ones were spectacular in my opinion. Room Service, Two-Timer, Ladies in Waiting, Get Away, Rock Bottom, oh yeah, Come On and Love Me, Anything for My Baby, She, Love Her All I Can, and Rock and Roll All Night, the studio version, of course. After this album, we will get the first Alive album. And I always thought that was super cool, the way they did the back being the negative. That's pretty neat. Somebody was being very creative. And so for the disc itself, and the back of the CD. So yeah, I'd like to hear some of the remasters. I really would. I just had not spent the moolah to pick any of them up. And then we had the biggie, Kiss Alive. This album was absolutely huge. Came out September 10th, 1975. So again, second year in a row with 2 albums in a row. You had the first 2 in 74, and the third studio, and the first live in 75. So they were very, very prolific in the very beginning, cranking them out left and right. And then we had some personalized notes from the band. Hopefully you can pause that and read those if you'd like to. And then here's a track listing for both discs. We got Deuce, Strutter, Got to Choose, Hotter Than Hell, Firehouse, Nothing to Lose, Come On and Love Me, Parasite, and She. Disc 2 brought us Watching You, 100,000 Years, Black Diamond, Rock Bottom, Cold Gin, Rock and Roll All Night, and Let Me Go, Rock and Roll. Not a bad song in the mix. They did a really good job of picking tracks off the first 3 albums there. And I can remember a time when I had this hanging on my wall. Actually, the Live 2 had a much better gatefold, But I had this, like this, hanging on my wall in my bedroom. But very, very cool. Take a look at the disc. Take a look at the disc here. Spit it out, Will. And the second CD. So none of them have too impressive of artwork. You've got the cool Casablanca logo and the Kiss logos there. That's about it. And then the back is some pretty close to what we've already seen on the inside. Just a track listing. But yeah, that was a huge release at the time. Now, the next one up, this was the first one this was the new one when I got into Kiss. Now, I didn't get into Kiss when this came out, March 15th, 1976. Yeah, that was about time I got into Kiss, somewhere around the summer of 76. So, this was their current album when I became a fan. And what a spectacular album it was. Detroit, Rock City, King of the Nighttime World, God of Thunder, Great Expectations, Flaming Youth, Sweet Pain, Shout Out Loud, Beth, and Do You Love Me? Yeah, great, great stuff. Absolutely love this band. And this one was the one I just mentioned earlier, that the remaster does have one of the songs with what they call the original Ace Frehley guitar solo. I'm trying to think of which one it was. I want to say it Shout It Out Loud, but that was the only one of the remasters that I remember looking at in the store and noticing that there was something, different, something extra on there. Here we go with the disc and the back cover. So next up, we have the one that I actually bought when it came out. This was new for me. This would have been November 11th, 1976. Kiss Rock and Roll Over. And it came with a set of stickers. It was of this cover, and you could peel off the individual band members. You could peel off the ring with the Rock and Roll Over. The whole thing was just a sticker pack. And I, of course, had them all over a notebook that I took to school with me. And like I said, this album is special to me because I actually went down and bought it when it was brand new and it just came out. I'd been a Kiss fan for a little bit then, maybe 6 months. But I Want You, Take Me, Calling Dr. Love, Ladies Room, Go Baby Driver, Love 'Em and Leave 'Em, Mr. Speed, see you in your dreams, hard luck woman, and making love. So, what a great track listing we had there. Like I said, this album doesn't get the respect I personally feel it deserves. It didn't sell as well as Destroyer or Love Gun, but in my opinion, it was just the greatest. And that's kind of different, kind of strange. If you notice, the difference here is that it's been rotated, so not a lot of huge amount of difference here, but they've spun it. So you've got Peter up here instead of Peter down here, and Gene. So it's just been rotated. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. I do believe. Taking a look at the disc here, and the back. So, very, very cool. Then in June 30th of 1977, they released Love Gun. Yes, they just kept coming with the amazing albums at that point in time. Just kept getting better. I Stole Your Love. Christine 16, boy, that played a lot on the radio at the time. Got Love for Sale, Shock Me, Tomorrow and Tonight, Love Gun, Hooligan, Almost Human, Plastic Caster, and Then She Kissed Me. And Shock Me right here, this is when we got the first Ace Frehley vocals. So like I said, he'd been writing and contributing songs, but the first song that he sang on a Kiss album was Shock Me, which is also appropriate that once we get to Alive here, that was the song that he attached his guitar solo to. So, but anyways, here's the back of the CD here for you. And that's going to wrap up part 1 of this series. Come on back. We'll pick up where we left off with Kiss Alive 2. Have a great day.